In 1994, a German archaeologist found something in the mountains of southeastern Turkey that destroyed everything science believed about the origin of human civilization. Not a theory, not a hypothesis. A 12,000-year-old stone structure, built 6,000 years before Stonehenge, by people who, according to every scientific model we have, should not have been capable of building anything. Göbekli Tepe sits in the Karadağ region, 15 kilometers northeast of Şanlıurfa, in southeastern Turkey. For decades, no one paid attention. A 1963 American archaeological survey cataloged the site as an unremarkable medieval cemetery and moved on. The site was filed away, forgotten. For 31 years, no archaeologist looked at that hill again. And what was underneath kept waiting. In 1994, German archaeologist Klaus Schmidt reviewed those old reports and decided to go back. When he arrived and began digging, he found the first carved stone, then another, then another. Formal excavations began in 1995 and continued for nearly 20 years. What emerged from that hill would change forever how humanity understands its own history. Carbon dating confirmed something no one expected: 11,500 years old. To understand the scale of that number, the pyramids of Egypt are 4,500 years old. Stonehenge is 5,000. Writing was invented 5,000 years ago. Göbekli Tepe predates all of it, before agriculture, before cities, before anything we used to call civilization. The problem no scientific model has solved is this. The builders of Göbekli Tepe were not farmers. They had no cities, no writing. They were hunter-gatherers, nomadic groups of 20 to 50 people. And yet they erected limestone pillars up to 5.5 meters tall, weighing 20 tons each carved from a single block, each transported from a quarry 500 meters away. No wheels, no metal tools, no documented pack animals. Archaeologists calculate that moving a single pillar of that size required the coordination of 500 to 1,000 people working together. But human groups at that time didn't exceed 50. That means someone gathered people from different groups, different territories, possibly different languages, and organized them to execute a feat of architectural precision we still cannot fully replicate today. The question isn't how they did it. The question is why. The enclosures, as archaeologists call the pillar circles, measure between 10 and 30 meters across. At the center of each one stand two pillars taller than the rest. Both have carved arms on their sides. Both have something resembling a head at the top. Both seem to represent figures that are not quite animal, but not quite human either. No one has established with certainty what they represent. The reliefs covering each pillar are not random decoration. Snakes, scorpions, foxes, vultures, lions, wild boars. But the animals aren't arranged by chance. They're arranged in scenes. They're telling something that is 12,000 years old and that no linguist, no archaeologist, no historian has been able to fully decode. It's the longest story ever carved, and we still don't know what it says. Pillar 43, known as the Vulture Stone, was the subject of a 2017 study published by researchers at the University of Edinburgh. Their conclusion: the symbols carved into that pillar precisely record, with astronomical accuracy, a comet impact that occurred around 10,950 BC. An event that, according to this hypothesis, triggered a mini ice age that altered the planet for over 1,000 years. If that interpretation is correct, it means the builders of Göbekli Tepe didn't just have astronomical knowledge they shouldn't have had. It means they were documenting a planetary catastrophe. Carving into stone, a record of something that nearly destroyed life on Earth. As if they wanted to make sure whoever came after would know. As if they knew someone, eventually, would come after. But the most disturbing part isn't what they built. It's what they did afterward. Around 8,000 BC, after centuries of use, someone made a decision with no precedent in known archaeological history. If this is already blowing your mind, wait until you see what they did next. Subscribe, because this gets even stranger. Someone ordered the site buried, completely, deliberately, carefully. They brought in tons of earth and rubble and covered every pillar, every enclosure, every symbol, and sealed it under the hill as if it had never existed. It wasn't a natural disaster. Analysis of the fill material confirms it. The burial was intentional and organized. It wasn't time. It wasn't war. Someone chose to erase it, and it worked for 10,000 years. No culture, no oral tradition, no ancient text in any language mentions Göbekli Tepe. Knowledge of its existence vanished completely from human memory, as if someone wanted exactly that. Klaus Schmidt, the man who devoted his life to excavating the site, formulated a hypothesis that is now the most accepted among archaeologists. First came the temple, then came the city. His argument is that this place wasn't built by a civilization. It was the origin of civilization. The need to feed pilgrims coming from different regions for rituals would have created the need to produce food in large quantities, and that, in turn, would have given birth to agriculture. In other words, it wasn't agriculture that allowed temples to be built. It was the need for a temple that invented agriculture. That's not speculation. It's the working hypothesis of most of the international archaeological community, which means the official story of human development, the one taught in schools, is fundamentally incomplete. In 2014, Klaus Schmidt died of a heart attack while on vacation in Germany. He was 60 years old. Excavations stopped for months. And when they resumed, the scale of what remained to be discovered became even more evident. Only 5% of the site has been excavated to date. Ground-penetrating radar has identified at least 20 additional enclosures under the hill that no one has opened yet. What's inside them? No one knows. In 2023, a team of Turkish researchers found a section of the site with a type of carving that had never appeared in any previous excavation. The images were published. The analysis is ongoing. The official description of the discovery uses the word unexpected 3 times in the same paragraph. 95% of the site remains buried, and there is no defined timeline to open it. Göbekli Tepe was named a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2018 and is open to the public year-round. To get there, you fly into Şanlıurfa, also known as Urfa, in southeastern Turkey. From there, the site is a short drive away through taxis or organized tours from the city. There's a modern visitor center with full-scale models of the site. The best time to visit is spring or fall. From the official viewing platform, you can see the excavated enclosures without restriction. Direct access to touch the pillars isn't permitted, which makes complete sense once you understand that what you're looking at is 12,000 years old. The guides on site speak English and Turkish. If you travel to Turkey and don't include Göbekli Tepe in your itinerary, you're skipping the place that has changed what we know about who we are the most, and it still has 95% of its secrets buried. Göbekli Tepe, 12,000 years buried, 5% excavated, 0 complete explanations, open to the public, waiting. Göbekli Tepe changed everything we thought we knew. If you want to keep discovering places that rewrite history, subscribe to History Enigmas. The past is still here, somewhere.